In the past, Fortnite pros have always used colorblind modes as a competitive advantage for spotting players. However, since Chapter 2 Season 3, things have shifted and majority of the pros are not using colorblind modes. This is not a surprise, as you will find out later that colorblind modes don't make a difference in visuals or instead make it worse. If you want the short answer, don't use any of the colorblind modes. Don't click off. I spent quite some time comparing all the different colorblind options, so I hope you stick to the end. The first thing we are going to compare will be looking at the Fortnite map as a whole. We can see that off is much more vibrant than the rest. The trees and terrains all look a bit darker with each colorblind modes, which can be a good thing if the opponents are wearing a whiter skin. But most of the time in arena or tournaments, darker skins are more common, which makes darker grass and terrain a bad feature. On the screen right now, we have me gliding in the air looking down at the map. We can see again that with colorblind modes off, the map looks bright and clear, whereas Tritanope and Deuternope looks very dark, thus making spotting players difficult. Interesting enough, Protanope actually looks very similar to off, so if you use Protanope, you are safe for now. Images appearing on the screen now will showcase us how these different colorblind modes handle player visuals in comparison to off. Right off the bat, we can see that Deuternope and Protanope are both horrible since the grass color is way too dark and making the player models hard to spot. On the other hand, Tritanope has much brighter grass but still lacks the quality that off provides. When looking into Storm, off still dominates all the colorblind modes. Deuternope looks too dark and buildings within the storm are much harder to see. Protanope is very similar to off, but the buildings look a bit darker. Tritanope is probably the worst due to its overwhelmingly brightness on the zone boundaries. If you look closely, Tritanope adds a whitish look to the zone and makes it a bit harder to see through. Next, we will compare looking from inside the storm. Off looks very clean compared to the rest, whereas Deuternope looks the worst compared to the rest. It adds a whitish look, which makes looking through the zone very challenging. Protanope has a similar story to off, and Tritanope looks overwhelmingly bright. The last scenario to compare will be spotting players in the storm. This is probably the most important one, since Fortnite also changed the way Storm looks after Season 3. Again, off looks the best and is the clearest. Deuternope is the worst because the player model looks as if it disappeared. Both Protanope and Tritanope looks a bit blurry compared to off. In conclusion, I think that off is the best colorblind mode setting as it doesn't add any weird visuals on the screen that can potentially prevent you from spotting players. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed and consider subscribing as I hope to hit 1K subs by the end of this month. Peace.